Florida condo owners, listen closely. 2025 brings new homeowner association rules. These rules can raise your costs. They can change how you use your condo. They can even affect your ability to sell. Most owners are not ready. Most buyers are not asking the right questions. Today I will fix that. I will break down 5 big rule changes. I will show what each rule means in real life. I will give you numbers in plain English. I will give you simple steps to protect yourself. Stay to the end for a bonus rule that catches owners by surprise. Let's get into it. For years, many associations underfunded reserves. They did it to keep dues low. They did it to avoid hard conversations. Now the law expects stronger funding for major components. Think roofs, structure, waterproofing, and safety systems. If the reserve study says money is needed, it must be budgeted. If reserves fall short, owners make up the gap. That is called a special assessment. It arrives as a bill to you. You do not want that surprise? Real numbers are already showing up across Florida. $5,000 per unit. $10,000 per unit. $20,000 per unit for concrete repairs in older towers. Here is why this happens. A roof does not fail in one day. It wears down year after year. If the homeowner association saved too little, the final bill lands on owners all at once. That is the nightmare we are trying to avoid in 2025. What should you do now? Ask for the most recent reserve study. Look for the percent funded number. Under 50% funded is a warning. Ask what projects are due in the next 3 years. Ask whether the board plans to raise dues or issue an assessment. Build your own condo emergency fund now. Start with $3,000 to $5,000 if you can. Increase that number if your building is older than 20 years. If you are shopping for a condo, include dues growth in your budget. A safe assumption is a 30% increase over 2 years. It may be less, but if it is more, you will be ready. One more tip. Vote in board elections. Boards that plan ahead save owners money over time. After the Surfside collapse, inspections changed. Older and taller buildings must be checked on a set schedule. Engineers inspect concrete, steel, balconies, garages, and foundations. They look for water intrusion and hidden corrosion. They produce a report with photos and a timeline. Inspections are not free. An engineering study can cost tens of thousands of dollars. Repairs can cost much more. One coastal building paid over $1 million for garage restoration. Owners were assessed between $5,000 and $40,000 each. That is not rare in older concrete structures. The new rule is simple. If a building fails, repairs must start soon. Delays can trigger daily fines. Cities and counties can step in. Insurance carriers can step back. That stacks pressure on your homeowner association and on you. What should you do now? Ask when the last inspection happened. Ask when the next milestone inspection is due. Request the summary pages in writing. Review the recommended repairs and the timeline. If big work is due within 12 months, expect a money plan soon. Work can phase across seasons to spread the pain. You can plan too. Set aside $200 per month as a sinking fund. That slow habit builds real protection for your budget. If you ignore inspection notices, you lose options. Act early and you will sleep better. 2025 pushes HOAs to be clearer. Owners need better access to records. Budgets, audits, reserve studies, and inspection reports should be available. Many associations now post digital portals for documents. Use them. Log in at least once per quarter. Read the budget notes. Look at actual spending versus planned spending. Find the line for reserve contributions. If the number is small, ask why. Look for project lists with dates. Look for the words roof, elevator, balcony, garage, and waterproofing. Those words mean big dollars. Transparency helps buyers too. A clean portal builds trust. A messy portal scares sane buyers away. What should you do now? Send a polite email to request access if you do not have it. Keep written copies of responses. Share concerns in meetings with respect. Ask the board to post timelines for big projects. Ask them to post a list of vendor bids when possible. Sunlight lowers drama and saves money. Insurance costs are rising in Florida. That is not news. But the link to inspections and reserves is tighter in 2025. Insurers want safe buildings with funded plans. If your homeowner association fails an inspection or runs thin on reserves, premiums can jump. Some buildings saw increases of 100% to 200%. When the master policy rises, dues must rise too. Or a special assessment appears. Deductibles are also higher now. That shifts more repair costs to owners after a storm. Disaster planning rules are stronger as well. Boards need vendor contacts, communication trees, and evacuation plans. Some boards add backup power for shared systems. All of that costs money. What should you do now? Ask when the master policy renews. Ask if your carrier signaled any increase. Ask about windstorm deductibles and flood coverage. Review your personal condo policy with an agent. Check for gaps. Ask how a claim would work in your building. If your homeowner association is shopping for new coverage, ask for updates. That lets you plan before dues rise. Boards can act faster in emergencies. Storm damage. Failed fire pumps. Unsafe balconies. Emergency authority allows quick contracts and temporary fee changes. The intent is safety. The effect is less owner input in the short term. Some owners get surprise bills under this rule. $5,000 due in 30 days. $8,500 due in 60 days. It feels harsh, but emergency action is legal when done correctly. What should you do now? Read your bylaws for emergency sections. Ask what triggers an emergency in your community. Ask how long emergency powers last. Ask whether the board must ratify actions in the next open meeting. Request email updates when emergencies are declared. If you cannot pay an assessment in one payment, ask about a plan. Many boards allow 3 months to 12 months. Ask early and get the plan in writing. Many associations are revisiting rental rules this year. Short-term rentals face new limits. Some buildings require 6-month leases. Some require 1 year. Some cap the percentage of units that can be rented at one time. If the cap is full, you must wait. Some buildings add owner occupancy periods before leasing is allowed. 1 year is common. 2 years appears in some communities. These shifts change math for investors and for second homeowners. They also affect resale value. What should you do now? If you plan to rent, ask for the exact leasing language. Do not rely on verbal summaries. Confirm lease length, application steps, fees, and timelines. Ask whether rule changes require an owner vote. Ask if any leasing amendments are scheduled this year. If you already rent, follow every rule. Late applications and noise fines can end leasing rights. Protect your option by being a model owner. Here is a simple plan for this week. Collect documents. Budget, reserves, inspections, insurance, rules, and amendments. Scan for big costs. Roof, concrete, elevator, waterproofing, and the insurance renewal date. Estimate your exposure for 24 months and add a buffer. Build your owner fund. Save $200 per month if you can. Show up and ask questions with respect. Vote for planners, not procrastinators. Ask for 3 things before you offer. Reserve study summary. Inspection summary. Current budget and next draft. Walk the property and look for rust, cracks, and ponding water. Ask the manager about current projects and dues delinquency. If the numbers feel heavy, keep looking. Prepare a clean packet for buyers. Rules, budgets, reserve pages, and inspection summaries. Fix small items before photos. Price with fees in mind and explain the plan behind increases. Can I ignore a special assessment? Note late fees and liens are possible. Ask for a payment plan. If I rent now, am I always grandfathered? Not always. Read the amendment terms carefully. Will fees ever go down? They can stabilize after big projects. But maintenance always needs cash. Can the state rescue my homeowner association from bad budgeting? Oversight is limited unless there is fraud. Owners must stay engaged and elect prepared boards.